All right, basic chain rule derivatives. Now, this is a unit that troubles a lot of people in Calc 1. I know when I was first taking the class, I completely sucked at this. However, I figured out over the years how to make this better, and I'm going to try to share some of my knowledge. So yeah, here we go. I'm sure you've probably seen this in class with your teacher. This, FG bullshit. But it actually does make sense if you think about it a little more. You have two functions. You have something on the outside, something on the inside. Essentially what the chain rule means is the outside is going to get derived first and the inside is going to stay the same. Then you're going to multiply by the derivative of what's on the inside. I know that doesn't really mean much when you just see it in terms of letters, but when you put it into numbers, it starts to make a lot more sense. So I'm actually going to change this to a 9x so that we don't get, too in depth. But we're going to start this off. So we have 9x times x squared plus 4x cubed, all raised to the fourth. Now, whatever is in our parentheses, that is going to be our g. Anything else, meaning the 9x and the fourth, that is going to be our f. So what we're going to do is we're going to derive our f. We can list them off. Our f is going to be 9x to the fourth. Our g is going to be x squared plus 4x cubed. Right, so we have those. Now we have to remember, we have over here, it's f times g of x is equal to f prime g of x times g prime of x. All right, let's do this in action now. So f prime, what's power rule, 9x to the fourth. I'm assuming you already know how to do this, so I'm not going to walk it through. Probably have another video dedicated towards that. But that's going to be 36x cubed. So now what we're going to have is we're going to have 36x times x squared plus 4x cubed. And we're going to have the cubed on the outside. Now we can take the derivative of the inside and multiply it. X squared is 2x, and 4x cubed is 12x squared. Now that we have all that, we can write our answer. Our answer is 36x times x squared plus 4x cubed to the third power times 2x plus 12 squared. And that is our answer. A little complicated, but the more you do it, the more you'll understand. All right, let's start off with the next one. 3x squared times sine of x. So the function on the outside, this is going to be our f, this is going to be our g. Remember what we said before, we're going to do f prime times g of x times g prime of x. That's the chain rule. That's essentially what you need to know. Now, let's do it. F prime, 3x squared. The derivative of that is going to be 6x. So we're going to have 6x times sine of x. Now, what's the derivative of the inside? The derivative of sine of x, getting a little trig in there, is just cosine of x. Multiply that by cosine of x, and that is your answer. And not that complicated once you get the hang of it. Now we have one more problem. This one I purposely did so that it's a little complicated. But if you can get one like these, you essentially have the chain rule down pat. We need to take the derivative of everything going in. So we're going to take the derivative of this first. Then we're going to take the derivative of the cosine. And then we're going to take the derivative of what's inside here. It's like that FG, except there's just a little bit more steps. So we're going to start off with what's on the outside, 7x to the 4. The derivative of that is going to be the power rule, so 28x cubed. So that's going to be on the outside. And now, once we have that, we're just going to put the rest of the normal part of the question in the parentheses. Now we have to take the derivative of this cosine because it's the next thing over. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine. Write that down. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. So it's going to be 28x cubed times the cosine of 3x squared plus 47x plus 7 times the negative sine of 3x squared plus 47x plus 7. Now all we have left is this 3x squared plus 47x plus 7. We just do the simple derivative of that. Do that up here. The derivative of 3x squared is 6x. The derivative of anything times a variable is just the number before it. And then the derivative of a constant is just 0. So we have 6x plus 47. So our final answer for this bottom question is going to be 28x cubed, pencil lead broke, times cosine of 3x squared plus 47x plus 7 times negative sine 3x squared plus 47x plus 7 times 6x plus 47. And that is our answer. That is the basic application of the chain rule.